And there it is. Anybody there? Wow, it was intended for 4 or 17, Campbell or Ferguson, but it is incomplete.
Yeah, it kind of
fell
right in
You're going to punt
them.
the football here.
Exactly what I said. They were in
frustrating
man coverage. They ran a nice combo route. Campbell got open in the flats. He had enough of the first down, so it's kind of like a mid-range shot. And then Ferguson was deeper. We just landed the ball right between them, so just couldn't connect.
7-0 right now. 7-0 your score. Still plenty of football remaining. Mark, I know you got to be a little frustrated right now with how they're doing, right? I mean, you control your destiny, and right now you're kind of not seeing your chance of getting a bye.
Inconsistency is going to bite you in the tails.
Lunger gets another punt. This time it goes all the way, dropping at around the 35. Clayton gets on it. That was number 30 for the Comets of Jamari Houston.
They're trying to say.
All right, here comes Garner.
Yeah.
If it hit anybody, it hit number 10.
If it hit anybody, I think it hit us.
Yeah.
Oh, they were trying to say it hit a Garner player, the live ball. But I think it hit a Comet player before anybody else. So
the frustrating thing to me is this shouldn't be hard to stop right here. This should not be hard to stop.
You let your defensive line, now they're going to come out differently. Okay, so now they're coming out with 2 backs to the left. Now, number 18, it looks like, is playing quarterback. Number 12.
Pitch. That's number 12 now coming in. That's the 3rd different quarterback we've seen of the game.
Yep.
And this, by the way, is Nolan Kleinert, who is a sophomore quarterback. He plays on the JV level, but he is on varsity tonight. Nolan Kleinert.
Pitch sweet to the left-hand side. He found the gap, picked up about 8. Stopped on the play was number 44, Mason Buckland, for the Comets.
Can I say something, Mark and Robbie? Listen, that's probably getting in the head of the Clayton defense, because you now had 3 different offensive QBs that doing what they're doing, different style, and you got to try to adapt to it.
Yep. Yeah, you got to try to, but that's where
adjustments, as Mark says.
Don't worry about your personnel, guys. Do your job. Play your position. Right there, we had a little bit of a hard snap. Kleinert got it, handed it off.
Wallace runs the football.
Yeah, Wallace runs it, but Keyshawn held his ground and stopped him for a 1-yard gain, bringing up 3rd and 1 now from the 44.
Let's see if they're going off the right-hand side again.
We'll go now with under 4 minutes remaining.
1 receiver right.
So there's 3 wide receivers on the left, 1 on the right,
play.
and here we go up the middle. There you go, and they just couldn't get Keyshawn Stansel couldn't get to him in
Keyshawn
time.
took himself out of the play.
He did, man. He overstepped, I think.
Up the field.
You're exactly right. I think by the time he got there, he overstepped, and then he had to backtrack to try to find him.
Kleiner went right by him, and he tried to reach out with his
hand.
He
tried to reach out and grab him, and you can't do that.
Move the chains midfield. 1st and 10 now for the Trojans on the 46. 3.5 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Game got interesting. There was a fumble, then there was a fumble, and then there was another fumble.
Let's see. Strong right.
Finally a score.
Trips. Yep. You got trips at the bottom of the screen. Clayton's going to be in man-to-man coverage.
3's in motion, both on both sides. Here's the throw. This is number 12.
Underneath guy.
This is Kleiner, and out of bounds. Catch made by number 3 of Eric Chisley, the wide receiver. Well, that will move the chains, and Garner's heading back into Comet territory.
Yeah, completed pass out to the flat. All they did was a little whip route, what we call that, with the outside guy goes in, comes back out, and we're in man coverage. Our guy was out of balance, supposed to be covered by the backer Buckland. He was just late getting back over to cover him. So the yard gain was, like you said, a 1st down. So it's 1st and 10 now from the 43 for Garner. Now they got trips to the right, to the left-hand side. Single back on the bottom. Hand it off.
Quarterback.
This is where Keyshawn took the dive play. Quarterback kept the ball, pulled it out on zone read. So the quarterback picked up about 7 yards. So make it 2nd down and 4 probably.
So where's your end? Your end should have that quarterback.
End's got the quarterback.
Is that Keyshawn?
Keyshawn's playing in, yes, sir.
If Keyshawn's playing in,
he's got to make a decision, Keyshawn. So if he sits his ground right there, if he stands his ground, quarterback's got to make a decision, and then Keyshawn can come. Keyshawn took the back immediately.
Kleiner running back to the left, 2nd and 4. Almost batted away, and instead he got it off.
And he goes in with his head down.
Runs,
we didn't tackle.
And then he gets him up around the neck.
Big slammed at the 20. The Trojans are in the red zone here.
Yeah, Christian Smith missed the tackle there. We had him for a short gain. But again, we didn't wrap up.
He got up in the air too. I think Pauled the ball, but It's still got in the hand of McFadder, and McFadder and the running back runs the football. We saw him earlier in the running QB position. 1st and 10 at the red zone. They're on the 20. Pitch. Got to get to him. And down goes number 4, Amir Wallace. I think he might have lost a yard or two.
Yeah, he's gonna lose a couple there. Nice play there by Buckland.
2nd and 13 coming up.
You know, he made the tackle from the backer spot, but I would like to see him not sling the guy to the ground, run him to the ground, because if you sling him, they can stay up.
Yes.
Run him to the ground and bury him. Don't sling him. Garner's in dubs formation. You know, twins on both sides of the field with a single back. Probably going to run zone read or option towards the wide side of the field.
Why are we so heavy to the short side of the field? Wide side of the field's wide open. If they run left, it's going to be a touchdown.
They're going to run option left.
There we go. He's looking.
There's a quick whip route again out there.
And he missed the tackle.
And he missed the tackle. And number 5's
because he's behind him.
He's going to the goal line. He's just missed the goal line.
About the 1 or 2 yard line. There's the flag.
Flags are flying. Flag on the play right at the yard or 2 from the goal line for the Trojans.
He wasn't covered, was he?
Wow.
AJ was trying to cover him. He ran a little out route. So if we were playing cover 2, which means I got my corner squatting, that's AJ's man. AJ's got to make that play. As the field corner, he's got to make that play in the flat on the tackle. Which again, if you leave your feet, you cannot make the tackle. You cannot adjust.
Right.
If you run your feet, you can make the tackle.
You can run him out of bounds.
You're attacking him out of bounds. Exactly.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, guys. It's 1st and goal on the 1.
Well, here's what
they score. It's a 2-touchdown lead here for the Trojans.
2-score game right out of the gate.
The problem with what I see there, Robbie, is they're out of position. So the reason he's diving is he's late.
Up the middle, high snap into the end zone. Touchdown by the quarterback. McFadder, by the way, ran the ball into the end zone, and the Trojans are now up 13-0 on the Comets. 1:09 left to go in the first quarter. Wow.
Well, and as I said, it starts at the line of scrimmage. And guess where we're getting beat at? At the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's just.
He's got to make adjustments, as Mark always says. It's got to happen in a big hurry.
Well, what they got to do now is they just got to play their position.
That's what they're not doing.
They're so out of position at this point in time. You know, they've got to play where they're supposed to play and trust your eyes. What we call eye candy. Trust your eyes.
Yeah.
Don't follow everything around. Know where you're supposed to be. Know what's coming your way, and stay there.
21-12. 21-12 was the final last night for JV. And Garner beat Clayton. Now, Varsity, Friday Night Lights, round number 9. Garner Trojans 14. Comets 0. They do get the football when we come back.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock yourself out.
Get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me.
I'm a parking gate, and I'm all out of whack. And if you have cut rate car insurance, this could leave you all bent out of shape. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem.
We're back as 1:09 left to go here in the first half. 14-0. Garner is taking it to Clayton. Still a lot of football left to go, though. Let's remember that. But also remember a running clock in effect at 35 points. And Garner's going to kick the ball out of bounds.
Yep.
They'll put it at the 35-yard line because they did kick it out of bounds there. So
correct.
That's in favor of Clayton a little bit, if you will. Take that mulligan, Mark.
Well, let's see what's going on here because
there was a flag thrown in, but I think
that's because he kicked the ball out of bounds.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. They're lining him up to re-kick. They're going to
call
him off. They just called him offsides. They called Garner offsides on the kick to let him re-kick it.
Wow. Was Garner offsides, though,
I
Bobby?
don't know.
I don't know because he threw the flag where the ball went out.
Yep.
So
well, he called it the kick out of play. This guy must have called the line judge. Must have called something like you said. He called him offsides.
Well, I didn't see a penalty flag back here.
Yeah, I didn't see
I
one
wasn't
either.
looking for one,
I didn't see one. Kim, did you see one? Our All-State Sideline reporter, or wherever you are. What's your take of the game right now?
I did not see that. I'm down here by where the kick return would happen.
She's down about 16.
Yep.
There you go. So the Trojans, number 17, Tyquan Richardson, will kick it back. Actually, correction, that's number 30. And here we go. Clayton needs a big run. We need a kick return, and we're not going to get that.
Oh, if he stays on his feet, he's gone.
He was.
Yeah, number
That was
83 on the
running
return.
the football.
He's still going to get the ball out here about the 32. So
That was Michael Alvarez, by the way, the tight end junior on special teams running it back.
Yeah, got it back out to the
Got to
32.
get a touchdown here. I'm really thinking here,
This-
right, Bobby?
this
You've got to
is-
get a big series drive
This is
here.
a critical drive in this ball game right here.
It
You're
is.
down 2 scores. You're late in the first quarter. Again, you're just late in the first quarter, but it's critical. It's been critical. You've got 3 big plays. You've got nothing out of it so far. You've got to sustain some type of drive here and get points.
Right now, 103. Mark, go ahead.
you've had some plays, you've been stopped.
Yep.
You've had some plays, you've been stopped. No consistency.
Yep.
You got to establish that.
14-0. Clayton third or fourth series drive now, and they got to get something going and pick up the middle of about 6 or 7.
Now, that play right there was Noah Smith up the middle, but he did not follow his pulling backside guard and his pulling tackle. If he does that to the left side, he gains another 6 or 7.
And who's down?
Because the line was coming across and Noah cut up inside him rather than staying behind him and letting them clear the way
That's
for him.
River.
Yeah, River a little slow
River
to get up,
Fiore a little slow
favoring
getting
that
up.
right
Wow.
ankle.
River Fiore a little slow getting up, committed. Obviously, he has been invited to the East-West All-Star game in December in Greensboro. We'll broadcast that on CRN. And I believe it's the week after the state championships right now because,
so.
you know,
Yeah, so inside a minute in the first quarter, you got 2nd and 5. Whole playbook's open. I like what Clayton just did. They just pulled 2 guys on the backside and led for Noah. I like that idea. Let's see where we go again.
ready to go now, but under a minute left to go here.
Hit the
And
flat
here
right now.
comes
Hit the
a
flat right now.
flat
There you go.
catch, number
Come
9,
on, baby. Come
D'Angelo
on, baby. Come on,
Ruffin.
baby.
We need Ruffin, and we need speed, and he's still on his feet, and
He's
he's
out
in
of bounds.
Trojans territory
Nice
at
play
around
call
the
there.
40.
Little misdirection, fake the handoff, hit him in the flat.
Yep. All the motion on the interior line went to the left. Ruffin comes back across the formation behind the line of scrimmage, kind of hiding, if you will, and goes right outside the defensive end. Aiden hit him nicely, picks up about
That's
20.
one of the downfalls of the
receiver.
5-man front with the 2 linebackers. When you've got everybody in and playing in a zone like that, when they're playing off, it leaves that underside wide
We've
open.
got a flag over there now, too, as
There's
well.
a flag on the
Just
play
called
now.
holding on the Comets.
Oh, man.
Holding on the
They
comment.
just called holding on Clayton.
So they
Where's the
but-
flag?
Hold on. But they called it
After-
in the middle of the play.
So it's after the
from
play?
the spot. So we're going to get them on the 45 rather than the 45 of Garner. We'll have it on the 45 of Clayton. So it
So is
wasn't.
it still a first down, though, right?
Yeah, it'll still be a first down. Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, that's what the white hat just signaled.
So holding after the first down, and so it'll be 1st and 10 now on about the 42-yard line. First down presented by Atwell Exterior Services. We're heading to midfield, and the Comets need a big drive here. Here we go.
Option.
Stay there.
Option going now, baby. Ruben to run. Right up the middle.
Face
Keep
mask.
going. Terrace Hopkins.
Face
That's
mask.
a
Call it.
mask. Whoa, my goodness. That was a blatant face mask, and the guy just said, let the clock run.
Trey was sitting there looking at him.
Yep. It's right there on the sideline. Pick up about 8 on the play. So
Wow.
nice play there. The Comets didn't get the break there at the end, but nice play on the option. Aiden ran the option again nicely. That time they had a blocker in front of the running back. Now it was going to be the end of the first quarter. So, but again, 3 nice plays by Clayton right out of this drive. So I like what they're doing here. Keep the momentum going into the second quarter.
12 minutes down. 12 minutes to go in the first half. 36 minutes remaining. Right now, Trojans 14, Clayton 0. 2nd and 2 on the 47. When we come back, this is CRN Friday Night Lights. This is Comets football.
Fractions of a second can be the difference between victory and defeat at the finish line. America's favorite bull ring is back in action for a summer of Friday night NASCAR Regional Series racing. Tickets are just $15 and available online in advance at WCSpeedway.com or at the gate starting at 6 on race nights. Wake County Speedway, 10 minutes south of downtown Raleigh. WCSpeedway.com.
Atwell Exterior Services, the time is now. With mortgage interest rates up, so many smart homeowners are renovating rather than moving right now, and those who hire Atwell Exterior Services in Greenville are thrilled that they did. for residential roof replacement, roof repairs, roof inspections, and more, done right by a local family business with awesome customer reviews. Please visit atwellextservices.com or call to set up a free inspection. Atwell Exterior Services, honesty, integrity, experience. The time is now.
It took about 33 minutes to complete the first quarter. It's 14-0. Robbie, I know a lot of people are upset. Even we questioned some of the calls made. There was a blatant face mask, and they didn't even call it. We're going to flip-flop them on the field here, but it is a 2nd and 2 for the Comets. Ball on the 47.
Yeah. So, again, 3 great plays in a row. We got trips to the bottom of the screen right now.
Smalls.
We're going to have a wide-open postman if we hit him.
Throw, catch made, almost picked off, incomplete.
Wrong decision. Set your feet, hit the postman up underneath of the safeties because he broke wide open on his break, and then the other 2 receivers were clearing out.
That could have went either way.
Yeah, we're lucky we touched it.
Number
It was a
5
pick.
almost picked it off.
Yep.
Trojans defense of Allen Davis, the 2nd, the wide receiver.
3rd and 2.
Cornerback, 3rd and 2, coming up 3rd and dose on the 47.
2 down territory here, Rob.
Oh, absolutely from here. Yeah, from here I think you got to. Down 2 scores now, you absolutely have to. The success we've had so far in a running play was pulling the backside guard and tackle or run an option.
We should be running.
I might expect option.
Third and 2, Smalls up the middle to Smith. Smith will run. Is he there? He got it. Move the chains.
Yep, he's got it.
There was forward progress before the Trojans did push him back, and Noah Smith does give the sign for a first down, and we needed it.
Yep, he'll get him a first down.
By the way, Noah Smith, obviously what a talented player. We've seen him from the JV level move up to varsity. Don't forget JV finale next week at Cleveland next Thursday night.
Yeah, we needed 2 on that play. We got 2 and 1 inch. So now we're at the 45-yard line, still moving from our left to our right.
Ferguson and Dalton coming in now, 17 and 14. They're making changes. Here comes Terrace Hobbs in for Noah Smith.
Yeah, keep the backs fresh.
They are.
We're down to 7 seconds. We better hurry up.
Play clock down to 5. They got to snap it in time. They
Timeout.
cannot. They call a timeout. Clayton will step away and take one with them.
I'm a teenage girl. My BFF Becky texts and says she's kissed Johnny. Well, that's a problem because I like Johnny. Now I'm emotionally compromised and whoopsies. I'm all OMG. Becky's not even hot. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate. You can save money and be better protected from mayhem like me.
Dollar for dollar, nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate.
Timeout about to expire. Let's go down to our Allstate sideline reporter for the Comets to CRN, Kim Winslow. Kim, what's the morale like, right? We're on the away grandstand set up high topside at Trojan Stadium to broadcast the game, but obviously is it still just don't give up, right? Stay in focus, do what you need to do. And I believe you'll agree with us with Robbie and Mark. This is a big series here.
Oh, absolutely. You know, it started off with the kind of the chaos of the first quarter.
Sure.
It was a little frenetic down here. You know, they just needed to calm down. Now I can sense a little bit of attention. I think they all know how big this series is. You know, their first 3 possessions, they've gone fumble, punt, punt. Garner, on the other hand, fumble, touchdown, touchdown.
Yes.
Comets have to answer here.
They have to.
Yep.
Cannot let them get ahead. Right now, 14-0. Comets right now, 1st and 10 on the 45. They're in Trojan territory. It's a fake. Smalls fires. Big throw. Catch me. D'Angelo Ruffin. Touchdown. 55 yards to the end zone.
Great play call. Great combo route. Ruffin runs the deep post. The underneath wide receiver runs it deep out. Pulls the safety down. Aiden reads as a safety take the under and take the over. He took the under, so Aiden goes over the top of the touchdown.
But 55 yards, touchdown on a 1st and 10. Mark.
The execution was allowed because of the protection from
Absolutely.
the line for probably the first time tonight.
Absolutely. He had plenty of times able to step up, Kim.
And that was on the Garner 45, right? So 45-yard touchdown.
Yes, 45-yard touchdown.
Yeah, 45 yards. What did I say? 55.
What counted to the back of the end zone?
I'm sorry, 55 yards.
Wesley
Field
got
goal
excited
is
too.
up. PAT in and good. We're down to the half now, 14-7. Yes, 45 yards. I'm sorry, 45 yards.
Yep.
1st and 10 on the 45. 45-yard touchdown throw to D'Angelo Ruffin. D'Angelo Ruffin. And just like that, the Comets are on the board. Ruffin with a touchdown against Southeast Raleigh reception. And for D'Angelo Ruffin, The celebration on as you hear the C-man pumping him up. D'Angelo Ruffin, by the way.
But now the defense needs to settle down.
That's right.
Get a stop, but back in the football game, get a stop right here. Do what you know you can do, and then go score again.
Here we go. Ruffin with 41 yards, rushing, 3 attempts, 13 average. This is now his fourth touchdown of the season. Receiving, Ruffin is also go ahead, Mark.
Whatever happened to playing a base defense
18 for 3
and then being able to impose your will on third down? You know what I'm saying?
Well, from what I've seen, I would make the assumption at this point in time, you know what happens when you assume, though, I would make the assumption that with the sophomore quarterback that's in there, he can't throw the ball deep because all his passes have been flat routes.
Yes.
Trojans, they've run combos to flat. So run cover 2.
Come on. Wrap him up.
This is, by the way, from the 2-yard line. He got the run back
to about the 16 or 17.
Yep.
So Clayton should come. In my opinion, Clayton goes out and runs a cover 2 defense, which means your corners have your flats. So when your guy comes into that area, you're drilling. Your backers have drop middle zone. Your free safeties have the back quarters.
Yes.
So if you play a cover 2 and make that sophomore quarterback or freshman, whatever he is, throw the ball over your head, I don't think he can do it, seeing his arm strength on the little couple routes that he's thrown so far.
Again, Aiden Smalls to D'Angelo Ruffin on a 1st and 10 on the 45-yard touchdown. 4th touchdown of the year for number 9.
QB number 1.
And now here comes number 1 in for the QB spot. And that again is A.J. Randall.
And he bobbled a snap on the handoff.
Randall, and he's struggling here.
Yeah, but
normally a shortstop outside linebacker, Mark.
Yeah, but he gained 5-6 yards on the handoff.
Yeah. Strong safety, yes, you're exactly right. What did I say, shortstop?
Shortstop.
Baseball season is around the corner, right?
Yeah.
I was chatting with the basketball coach, the baseball coach.
D'Angelo bobbled that. AJ bobbled that last snap again. That's a nice play there by Keyshawn.
It is World
Let him
Series,
go.
right?
Let him go. There you go.
Oh, wow, there you go. Just let him make a mistake
Come
and go
on,
back
Keyshawn.
there. Keyshawn needs to just stop, man. And that's one of the things I said to somebody.
That mess right there drives me
He
crazy.
tries to intimidate the players, and sometimes that stuff is unnecessary because it's going to get him through out of a game.
Yeah, but the problem is they ain't intimidated by it.
Yeah, they don't care. They're wanting you to do it. You know why? Because that guy in the white hat, the black and white, he's going to toss the white flag and you're going to get tossed.
That's exactly right. And I'm not saying anything bad about the Clemson commit or Keyshawn. I love him to death, but I talked about this with coaches and players, even at Comets Football Weekly.
Jet sweep.
Take care of yourself. Big Fatter, he's got the football.
Good.
Big hit. Is it a fumble? Whoa, I thought it was a fumble.
Nope, they got him down.
All the way on the far side. Couldn't tell. There was a lot of excitement there for a minute.
Looks like it's going to be 4th and about 9.
He didn't make the play, but the difference in Keyshawn right there was he swam, got over the line.
Forced him, right? Forced him to the other side.
Followed down the line.
Go horizontally down the parallel with the line of scrimmage.
As Mark says, Robbie, don't go east and west, right? Just
That's right. Well, on defense,
unless you're the opposite team, right?
Yeah, defense, you want to go east and west. Offense, you want to go north and south.
That's right.
So it'd be 4th and 8 here for the Garner Trojans, which is exactly what we said we needed. We need to get a defensive stop.
They're going to line up in punt formation.
Yep, number 18
I'm
is
sorry,
back to punt.
I cut you off.
No, you're right on it. That's what I'm saying. They're going to punt the football back. We should get field position out of it because we're on the 50.
Whoa, flags are flying.
Whistle.
They
got a whistle on the play. I don't see
delay
a flag. Yes, it is. Delay a game on Garner.
Either timeout or delay. What'd they get?
He turned in motion. I think they got a timeout.
Okay, so they got a timeout out.
So a timeout by Garner. I think they did get a timeout made in time. So
judge blew the whistle just before when they called the timeout.
Clayton has 2 timeouts. Garner now using a timeout. They have 2 remaining.
That's correct.
Kim, obviously, we talked about it, and I did say 55 yards. My apologies. It was 45 yards.
You were talking about the end of the end zone.
I was excited, man. The throw from Smalls to Ruffin, and it was on the 1st and 10, but that was a big series, Kim. Clayton needed to really score. They done that. Now they got a chance to try to tie it up here and get something driving again.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, watching that pass, I thought he was going to overthrow him a little bit, but Ruffin reached out, brought it in, and got the big touchdown. Again, that's 2 big plays for the Comets, a 46-yard passing play, 45-yard for a touchdown.
Yes, another 20-yarder.
Now we've got the energy back up, especially after the Comets are, hopefully holding Garner to a 3-and-out.
Hustling to get off the field, the big man, number 62.
And we should have good field position here because our Charles is back at the 49-yard line.
He struggled kicking, too. Let's see. There it is again. Look at this.
Close
Perfect.
to being
It's going to bounce right. There you go. Good play.
Charles Smith
48-yard line.
Good play by Smith to come up and catch the football. That's
You're
a return,
in great field position. This is literally where they were the last time when the touchdown throw was done to Ruffin.
Yep, you're on the plus side of the field.
And what are they saying now?
He's telling him he wants him to raise his hand up higher. He don't think
So
he don't think he's sufficiently called fair catch.
Like this.
The official wants a more demonstrative wave rather than just a late minute pop. You know, which
that's like Kirby Smart calling for timeout.
He's
not calling for timeout.
So I'm from a player's perspective, I short-armed it because I was indecisive.
All Cooper DeJean did was point to the ground, and he got called for a fair catch.
Yeah, how about that?
Oh boy,
it's still burning me up after 2 years.
So,
1st and 10 on the 48.
Carson Jones in.
Yep.
Look who's in. Carson Jones, senior cornerback. Option going now.
Great play.
Great
play.
baby.
Great play.
This is Jones.
Great play.
He's
to the one. To the one or the two.
Misdirection.
47 yards.
We talked about it on the ride up here.
We talked about it coming in. If you do it, you're golden.
Look, I have said every time they do that,
Terrence
who are they
Hobbs.
focusing on?
Exactly.
You got to find another playmaker when you do
out of
that.
it. Absolutely. Great play by the Comets offense right there. One play, 46, 47 yards.
What a job by Terrence Hobbs. Nice option there from Carson Jones to Hobbs. He trucks it 47 yards up the field. It is an Atwell Exterior Services first down. They're in the W Energy red zone. And this can tie it up. And by the way, there's still 9 minutes left in the first half. Up the middle, touchdown Comets!
Not yet. No signal.
Hasn't signaled yet. I'm sorry.
No signal yet.
You got to remember now, you're
The
playing at Garner.
players did.
They're marking him short.
They're going to say it's not official
The
yet.
side judge looked like he just raised his hand.
Yeah, they're going to mark him short. It's going to be second down.
2nd and 1. Wait a minute. Yeah,
nope, 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1. Oh, boy.
It's a big pile
of.
Second and a hair. I mean, that nose of the ball is on the goal line.
Kim said 2nd and a hair.
Stick it over. Stick the football
He's
over.
in.
No, he's not.
He's in now.
He's
now
in.
He is.
That second effort got him into the push.
Touchdown.
He was short on the initial play.
Yeah. At that point in time, he could just take the football and stick it over the line and bring it back.
Was that Noah Smith or Aiden
No, that
Smalls?
was Aiden Smalls.
QB keeper.
Aiden on the keeper.
And Noah gave him a big push, the tush push, if you will, and it goes to the end zone. A touchdown for the Comets. The extra PAT from Longer will make it a tied game in Waco. Longer going to try to go for the extra point. All right, kick is up. Is it in? It's good. Tied game, Mark.
Ball game, yep.
Tied game, brother.
Yep, tie game up. So, again, a great play call by the Clayton offense to run this direction. Garner's really trying to stick there and play the flow.
You see who they've been focused on.
Oh, absolutely.
And Smalls.
Well, know that.
Just the base.
Right.
Every play, every team is going to give Aiden their best shot.
Yes.
Because he's our best athlete on the field at the quarterback spot. So they're going to give him his attention. If he comes and lines up as a wideout, they're going to pay attention there. And that's exactly why that play worked, because Hobbs came back up underneath the middle.
Yes.
Carson gave him a shovel pass pitch, and Hobbs went 46, 47 yards.
And what's so awesome about Carson Jones, Mark, and Aiden Smalls is they're two totally different style quarterbacks. Yes. Like just the different rhythm, their different focus, the way their drive is.
But the main reason that play worked was because the line blocked.
Yep.
And that was
nobody got through.
That was a 50-second possession for the Comets.
Thank you, Kim. Tied at 14. Comets will kick it deep to the Trojans here at Trojan Stadium. And there, I thought he was going to go for a touchback. He does it.
He brought it out.
And he runs, and he's at the 30. And they bring him down at the 28.
Bring him down just short of the 30-yard line.
One of the things you said, too, when we came on the air was you said there's too much emotion right now. Get the emotion out of the way and focus on the game. We got a Comet player down,
Kim. Yeah, it's A.K. Cremel. And, with the Comets getting ready to come out, isn't it?
That's 83, isn't it?
Oh, 83.
It's 83.
Is that Samaj?
Yeah.
No.
Michael
Alvarez. Michael Alvarez is down.
83, yep.
Michael Alvarez is down, so we have an injury timeout. Go ahead, Kim.
I said, he got all twisted up.
Yes.
Yeah, as you were saying, Wesley, it's all about the emotion. And I think the first couple of drives, Clayton was playing way too high, making too many mental mistakes because they weren't controlling the breathing, for lack of a better word, whatever. Whatever you got to do, take yourself away from everything, go take some deep breaths, whatever, but take the emotion out of the football game. take it out of the game, do your job, do your role, make a block, make a tackle, whatever it is, and get settled in. I think now they may be settled in because they see that, hey, we can run, we can throw, we can do whatever. We can run our offense and have success.
Yes,
exactly.
Exactly.
And they got 2 consecutive stops on Garner, so let's see if we get a third, get the football back one more time, see what happens.
Well, Mark, you always know what I say, Mr. Coach. When it's a tied game, it's 0-0 all over again. And that was the hole that Clayton was in at the end of the first quarter. They have found a way to find daylight in the second quarter. You always talk about winning your quarters. Clayton's winning the second quarter right now, Mark.
Well, here's the best way I can explain it. Win the down, one play at a time. Win first down, win second down, win third down. Put them in punting situations. Your scoreboard will take care of itself.
Yeah, and, you know, it's the same thing in all sports. You know, you look at it, you know, in baseball, you say win this pitch. You know, in football, it's win this down.
I was thinking about shortstop baseball, World Series. Toronto and the LA Dodgers are the World Series.
Right now. My man Trey Savage for the East Carolina Pirates started out in single A ball at the beginning of the year.
This year. He's in the World Series.
He is the starting pitcher tonight.
Is he getting the start?
He's getting the ball on the mound for the start.
Wow.
From single A to the majors to the World Series in one season.
Amazing.
Nice. Very nice.
And God is good. That's all I can say.
Absolutely.
It's a blessing for him. Alvarez is down on the field. Michael Alvarez, number 83. A little, there he goes. He's back up now.
He's up, but they're going to help him off the field.
Little hobble.
He's got a knee or an ankle issue right now.
He was grabbing his knee.
He grabbed his knee? Yeah. So
and obviously now the Comets defense will come back out on the field.
Shout out to Coach Adam, that's the trainer for the Garner Trojans. Used to be at Clayton High School. Was a trainer there at Clayton.
Is he over there now?
That's him with the hat, gray hat, walking off the field.
Okay.
He just walked out there to see.
I got you. Okay.
Great asset, great hat set.
I got to go say hello.
We lost him to the Garner Trojans.
He took care of Sawyer a couple times. He was just, I really love him.
Yeah,
good
big thanks, by the way, to Derek Jaffina as well as the athletic directors and Jim Kelly. All thank you for the hospitality. It's now the Trojans running up the field.
Yep, and quarterback.
Are they short? Did they get enough forward progress? It's going to be close. He's
going to gain 7. So the other quarterback is back in the sophomore kid.
How many quarterbacks you got?
Well, no, I mean the number. Let's see. It's number 12.
That is Nolan Kleinard.
So the sophomore,
Kleinard back in again.
Yep. So once again, right now,
remember Kleinard was the one that really handed the ball to McFadden and ran it, and we got him offsides.
No, they got us offsides.
Yeah, it's offsides on the Comets, and you can't do that.
62 for the Comets just jumped.
That's the mess that has killed us. Those are the simple things that you learn in week 1 and week 2. It should not be happening down here in week 9.
That's Tyler Williams. You know, Tyler Williams getting called, getting jumped off sides. He's right over top of the football. That's what makes it even harder.
Here we go.
Here's a little swing pass.
Great play. Was, man.
Great play by 21.
Wow, great coverage there. Blocked his man.
Great play by 21. Kept his outside leverage. Love it. Kept his outside leverage on the inside receiver. Did not allow him to get turned inside, and it had the help came.
That is Daniel Lovelace Davis, the sophomore defensive back, Mark, that made that big play. Now we got to make another stop.
Back to the 40.
Yep.
Might go back to the line of scrimmage.
Third and about 11, 10 or 11. Yep, third and 10 or 11.
We're heading to the midway point of the second quarter. First half action. Comets were down by 2 scores when they started the second quarter. We've now tied it up here, Trojan Stadium.
Okay, you got trips to the top of the field. Watch the flat pass out to the right. We got to take care of number 9. So walk your safety down, cover the flat, because that's all Kleinard can throw.
Well, we got one-on-one on the bottom.
Here he is, right?
And there goes now.
There it is.
And there's Kleinard, and they got to make a stop. And
ran
into his own man and got him. Well, he ran into his own player.
Got him, good.
And then the defense were there to stop him.
Again, I don't think Kleinard can push the football down the field. So if they'll play a cover 2, you know, or play the flat routes covered, then he can't get it past us. I just don't believe that.
So you're gonna punt the football, right?
Absolutely.
4th and 10, you got no choice.
That's why they didn't take advantage of the one-on-one down here, because if you got a quarterback can throw the football,
he's going there.
That one-on-one, because you had no safety.
Correct. He had walked over, so you're absolutely right. So I don't think Kleinard can push the football down the field.
If he could have, they'd have thrown that.
Yeah. So they're going to punt it back to us. We got 3 consecutive defensive stops and 2 scores.
And
let's see if we can get a third one.
Good kick there this time by number 30.
Catch it. Good.
And the catch is made, and they'll be called at the, 35?
35-yard line, yep.
There we go. So Comets are driving offensive, coming out on the field again. Mark, what's up? Hold that thought. We'll pause for station identification. This is CRN Friday Night Lights. I didn't say it's that ball.
This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are
All right, Comets, let's go, baby.
All right, let's try this again. Mark, what you got?
First down, Comets.
I just want them to come. Now what? Come on, guys.
We're missing a guy. We're missing a man.
Ruffin, get out there.
That's
the guy that got a touchdown.
Plenty of time.
That's the miss that drives me crazy.
Plenty of time.
Know your assignments, right, Mark? Know your assignments. Know it's your time. 1st and 10 on the 36.
Plenty of options. Take it. Keep it, Aiden. Keep it, Aiden.
Aiden Smalls.
What was that?
I don't know. Well,
he's got to come up.
I'm just going to say, in Ruffin's defense, he was going out, and they said, no.
Oh, wow.
So then he came back, and they said, go. So I'm going to defend him on that one.
Okay.
Thank you, Kim. River Fiore's coming back out. Remember, he had a little hobble earlier.
He's hobbling now still.
And he's hobbling again, yeah.
Still probably got it taped up. Yeah, it looks like he spatted that right ankle.
Lost him a yard for Smalls. 2nd and 11. You were saying, Mark, on the 35, or Robbie.
Come on, guys. You got to execute. You executed fine the last two offensive plays.
Ruffin, keeper. And this time Smalls will keep it, about an 8-yard run?
Pick up about 6 or 7, yep. So it's going to be third and short for the Comets. Let's see if we can pick up a first down, keep the chains moving, get a new set of downs. They're going to mark him only gaining 4.
Yes, they're going to mark him where his knee went down, not where the ball
Not where
went.
he tried to reach the ball. I got you. Under 5 minutes remaining in the first half. We're tied at 14.
All right, I like a quick out here or an option play. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Oh, he jumped!
Now it's going to be 3rd and short. It's going to be 3rd and short now. So.
It is 3rd and 1 coming up as Garner does jump.
It should be.
Offsides on the Trojans. It'll be a 3rd and 1 now for the Comets.
Put that ball on the 45. We got to get it to 46.
Let's run it up the middle.
3rd and 1. It depends on where their nose guards lined up. If they're running the 50, you can't, and they're going to run a 50 right here. So they got 5 guys down. So I like option. I like option to the outside.
Running around trying to do?
I like option.
The middle, Noah Smith.
There we go.
No, Terrace Hobbs.
Terrace
Hobbs on his feet. He's still driving. First down and more. He's around the 38.
Good run, Terrence.
Move the Comets again. A big run on a 3rd and 1 now. 1st and 10 on the 38.
Robbie, I've seen the defensive front flop around a couple of times tonight. Is that being out of position, or are they doing that on purpose?
No, they probably have a package for what we call the field, which is the wide side of the field, and a package for the short side.
Because they were flip-flopping to the wide side.
They were going to the wide side, so they probably have wide side control, of the field. So it's probably your better athletes that don't normally play to the wider side because you can chase it.
Because
you're playing the short side. Exactly. You don't want to put your best guys on the short side.
4 minutes left here in the first half. Comets driving with the football. Smalls fakes to Smith. He is going to throw. No, he will not.
Get rid of it,
Look
Aiden.
out, referee.
Get rid of it, Aiden.
Look out.
Get rid of it, Aiden. There you go. Good.
And it's going to be incomplete. Aiden Smalls. He was in such panic mode, he about ran into the referee, Mr. Pendergrass.
Well,
Second and 10.
2nd and 10 now. We've got to establish something right now. If we throw middle screen, if we throw anything that's going to be short and quick in the middle of the field, I think it's going to be open.
By the way, I forgot to mention the officials of this game. Triangle Football Officials Association. Referee tonight is Eddie Pendergrass. Umpire is Andre George. The
linesman is
Michael Thomas.
Line judge is Jackie.
And back judge is Matthias Pettis. There you go. The officials.
Yep. 2nd and 10 for the Comets from the 40-yard line.
What do you think about a slant?
Well,
2nd and 10 on the 40.
Here
we go.
Right there.
Snap. Smalls.
There's a quick
fires.
Route.
Good catch made there. Ladies and gentlemen, running with the football.
Is that number 14?
I think it's number 24.
Is it 24?
I think that was Austin Dalton that caught the football.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, good.
And Dalton called it.
So
he's on the far side. We're on the Comets away, top side of the grandstands. It was on the Garner sideline. Mark.
They're using that play action to freeze the backers and open up the.
And
you had the trips, guys. You had trips.
It worked perfectly, man, because Dalton just made a couple of runs, turned, called it.
Yeah, he was the inside guy on the 3-man route. So he in and out. Aiden actually threw the ball before Dalton came out of his break.
Here we go up the middle. Look at the pushing, driving.
He's going to gain 4 or 5. That's going to be good.
That's Noah Smith running with the football, by the way. Noah Smith.
About the 23-yard line.
5'8", 180-pound senior. We saw him for years on the JV level. What a talented player this man is.
Yeah, so guys, right now we're at the 3-minute mark. This is that critical time I always talk about, the middle 8. Give me the middle 8, the last 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half. Because remember, Garner gets the football coming out of the locker room. So we got to go make a statement here and then put a stop on them.
Noah Smith, 546 for 75 attempts. That's 546 yards, 75 attempts. Receiving also, he has 8 receptions, 101 yards.
Kind of ran straight dive up the middle there with no gain, maybe a gain of a yard.
11 touchdowns.
Third down and 3.
11 touchdowns so far this year for Noah Smith.
And I think this here again could potentially be four down territory.
I agree.
Are you trying to run the clock down and you want to score because you don't want Garner to get the football back? Remember, they need to start the third quarter.
Here's what I say. You need to get the first down here before you think about that.
Okay,
okay. And what I'm going to do, if I don't get it here, I'm going to let the 40-second clock run down, call my timeout.
Try to field goal.
And you run the clock down, right?
Yeah, you run the clock down all the way down. So if you don't get the first down, you let it run.
Here we go. High snap. This time Smalls goes to Smith. Noah Smith.
Second effort.
He's got it.
Got it. He's
Second
driving.
effort.
He's got it. That's good.
There was a little
now get to the line
turnaround,
of
and when
scrimmage.
he did, he rushed
now
quickly
get up there.
and
Let's
did
go.
it. First down.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So
You're
40
down to
seconds
2 minutes left
40
to go
seconds
here.
is running.
Yep.
2 minutes left in the first half.
Comets have 2 timeouts left.
And remember, Garner will receive the football to start the third quarter. I think Clayton's trying to run the football, run the clock out, score, and then obviously go to halftime for senior night at Garner.
Is it more important to score and leave some time on the clock, or run the clock down and play for the field goal?
I think you want to score.
You want to get 7.
I think you want 6.
Yeah.
And a touchdown.
Option pitch right there.
There we go, Smith.
We had a bad block there on 60. What 50.
Block? He just ran by him.
He went right by him. 50 went right by his guy. He's got to get. If he gets him, we're still running. But
Noah Smith.
The linebacker scraped off, and number 50 missed him, which number 50 is Cash.
Clock running down, 1 and 15 left to go here in the first half.
Okay.
1:15.
We're okay. So what they're going to do? They're going to play it. You could run it to play for the touchdown, which they're hoping to score. But if not, you got 2 timeouts in your pocket. You can call them, stop the clock anytime you want to.
Well, and that looks like what he's trying to do is manage the clock, use those timeouts.
I think that's what he's trying to do. I really do.
I might run this play and then call one just to see what happens.
Under a minute, Smalls fires. Catch made, Dalton. The name is Dalton. He called it at around 10.
Short. He's short. So call your timeout. Call a timeout right now.
Save the time.
You got 3rd and 2. Save the time.
3rd and 2.
There we go.
Timeout, Clayton. There it is.
There it is.
Yep.
You got
exactly what they're doing.
You got 2 of them. So they're going to see what this play looks like. Okay. They're going to get the first down. They'll stop it. And then from that standpoint, you still got 1 in your pocket. So you can clock it.
I think
if you want to clock it, stop it, and then run second down. Second down from the 6 or 7 is what it'll be.
What's your call here? Middle field or sideline?
If I'm a bet man, I'm gonna run the option to the wide side. If I'm us right now, I'm gonna run the option to the wide side. And the way I like the option they ran before, they ran fake the dive to freeze the backer, and then Aiden got to the side. The option just a minute ago that we missed the block on, that was only a 2-man option. That was what we call speed option, quarterback right to the end. But if I'm going to run triple option, for lack of a better word, I'm going to fake my dive play, get on the defensive end, make him make a decision, pitch it or get up underneath him, get the first down, spike the ball, and then go to work.
And that's what they should be talking about in the huddle, right?
You would hope so. What comes after we get the first down? That's what we're going to talk about here. Let's get the first down and let's get spike. If we get the first down, spike it. That's what they're going to say.
All right, here we go.
6, 7.
Yes, almost the 7-yard line.
Yeah, 7-yard line.
But you're running the clock, right?
You're about the 9.
And you're also trying to get something here. And obviously, Mark, you don't want a field goal, but if you'll take whatever you can get,
you
but
take
you want
points,
a touchdown.
But is he thinking that? Is he thinking?
No.
Is he thinking to keep the ball in the middle of the field?
No, he's thinking like I just told you.
I'm thinking he wants to run the football up the middle and score a TD.
He's going to run this, get the first down. We're going to.
Here we go.
He's kind of close. I think he's going to run off tackle.
It is 3rd and 2. Up the middle.
There's the
power
play.
up the middle.
That's a first down.
That's
a first down. Get up there and clock it. Get up there and clock it.
They need to stop it. That's what they're doing.
They're going to use their final timeout.
No, they're not. They're going to stop it to set the ball. Now we're going to get up there and clock the football.
And spike it.
Yep. See, Chadwick's telling him to spike it.
Timeout.
Chadwick, so you save your timeout. He's going to spike the football. It'll be 1st and goal from the 5.
He must have called a play.
1st and goal on the 5. Here we go, Smalls. He fires.
Right through his hands.
No,
it was there.
Incomplete, intended for Parker Ferguson.
He was beat. He had it.
But you still got another down, though.
Oh,
right?
yeah, the clock stops. The clock stops.
It's a passing play.
2nd and goal on the 2.
That's a play that Parker
2nd and 2 on the 9.
back.
My apologies. 2nd and 2 on the 9.
2nd goal from the 5.
Yeah.
Or 2nd goal from the 6.
The clock won't
Okay,
right.
2nd and 6 on the 6.
So that's a play that Parker makes every time. He is so mad at himself right now because the ball went right through his hands. Now, I love the play call. You took both your guys, you ran double slant. One guy takes the inside backer away, your outside guy's wide open in the vacated zone.
Here we go, left hash mark. Motion movement, coming back, going forward.
Flat route.
Here
Flat
comes
route.
Smalls,
There it is,
fires
touchdown.
No,
he's short.
No, he's short.
He's short.
He is just near
Oh,
the goal.
man.
He caught it. Touchdown.
Wow.
Touchdown.
They
Touchdown.
I swear I thought he was short.
Hey.
Oh, baby, it was just about a yard short. He got
I
it.
thought he was short as well, but hey, the referee's called him touchdown. I'll take it. 16 seconds left to go. Nice play. We just talked about that. A little short. You got a hitch. You got a slant, and you got an out route. So where do we go? He hit the inside because the backer vacated.
And by the way, for the first time tonight, Mark, Coach, the Comets are now in the lead by 6.
He hit that because the guy came on a blitz and left a hole open.
That's what I'm saying. The linebacker vacated, and that zone was open. That was the 3 choices they didn't had.
And you run the clock down.
Yep.
What can you do in 16 seconds? We'll
Hey,
see what Garner can do.
careful.
We'll watch. Here's Lunger. PAT up.
That almost got blocked.
It is good.
Now what you're talking about is people stay in their lanes.
Yep.
Wrap him up. You cannot give up a cheap touchdown on a kickoff return and then get the ball coming out in the third quarter. You can't do it.
Come on, C-Man,
You
get
win.
it pumped up.
The last 16 seconds of this second quarter is the most important, as Robbie talked about 4 minutes before. You need to stop this. Do not give up anything here. Tackle him, run him out of bounds, do something. Win the last 16 seconds.
Yep.
And right now, it is 21-14 with 16 seconds left in the first half. This is Comets football.
Atwell Exterior Services, the time is now. With mortgage interest rates up, so many smart homeowners are renovating rather than moving right now, and those who hire Atwell Exterior Services in Greenville are thrilled that they did. For residential roof replacement, roof repairs, roof inspections, and more, done right by a local family business with awesome customer reviews, please visit AtwellEXTServices.com or call to set up a free inspection. Atwell Exterior Services, honesty, integrity, experience. The time.
Let's get an Eastern Technical Design touchdown and scoring recap. Kim Winslow down to you as Lunger about to send it with 16 seconds to the Trojans, but Clayton is up by 7.
Yeah, that previous possession was only 50 seconds. That one was 5.5 minutes. It was good for the Comets to get a good, sustained drive.
He's down right there,
he's
18-yard line.
down. McFadder down. I know he tried to get up and act like he was going to continue, but he was down.
Too late then.
Yeah, McFadder down, and that'll obviously
19-yard line, but that's it.
14-2.
Garner's going to take one shot. Garner's going to take a shot.
They got 2 timeouts.
They got 2 timeouts to see what happens on first down. Let's see who's quarterbacking. If quarterbacking's 12, they can't go deep.
Yeah, who
he is.
It's
12.
It's Kleiner.
Okay, so it's Kleiner. So defense, contain your lanes on the outside. Contain the outside, maintain the flats, okay? They can't throw it over the top. Watch for these 2 guys to go deep and you're back to come to the flat.
If I'm Garner, I'm running pitch.
So you're thinking Hail Mary's coming?
No, I'm running
They can't. He can't.
Here we go, Kleiner,
Okay,
up the middle. And you got to stop him. Here we go.
All right, I'll take that.
Boy,
You got drugged 5 yards.
He was dragging him. Number 34.
Clock's going to stop.
Comets
8
defender
seconds.
Amari Gibbons
He's
dragging that player
5
yards. He was, and he dragged him. He said, come with me, let's go for a magic carpet ride.
That's embarrassing.
Oh, boy.
That's one tackle I would not get up and claim.
Mark, here's a positive. It did run the clock down a little bit, right?
It did.
8 seconds left.
It did.
But Garner called their their second time out of the half.
That's right. Both Clayton and Garner have 1 timeout each left.
So
no, I think Clayton's used their timeouts.
Clayton
right?
used 1. We still have 1 left. We have 1 left.
Yeah.
We have 1 left. Everybody has 1 left. But Garner used that one there to stop. So that means they're going to try 1 more play, and then they'll call a timeout again, and then try to take a 3rd play out of it.
And remember, they will receive the football to start the 3rd quarter, second half action of this game.
Now what Garner don't want to do, right?
They're walking Aiden into the backfield over here as a safety now.
Oh, I see.
So they're going to play. See, they should play cover 4, put 4 guys across.
That's Aiden Smalls.
They also added time to the
Ferguson there
clock.
too. If they did, they just added 7.9 seconds now, 8.5 seconds.
3-man rush. They're trying to protect the outside of the other
That
side
gives
of
them
the
time
flats.
for 2 plays.
Yeah, they'll get 2 plays out of this.
All right, Kleiner's ready to go now. It's 1st and 10 on the 19. Kleiner, he'll hold on. He's going to fire.
Yeah,
Giving
right
him a
there. Pick
chance
it up.
to throw. It
Flag.
is caught.
We're going to have
flags.
Probably going to have holding over there. Probably going to have holding.
Holding on Garner.
Like I said, Kleiner cannot beat us over the top.
27 is the one either they're going to call the penalty on.
For the Comets. Caden Blackwell, you think?
Let's see, because he was.
I think they're going to
There's
get
laundry
holding
on the far
offense.
side, and I think it's an
There's
offensive penalty.
Double
We'll see.
laundry. Yeah.
Or is it offsetting
ineligible man
penalties?
downfield. That's okay. Ineligible man downfield. Penalty decline.
So the penalty is
the
declined
down will
here.
count, so there's 2 seconds left.
There you go. So it'll be 2nd and 10, basically,
Yes.
on the 19. And by the way, there's only 2 seconds
was
remaining
a
in the
dangerous
first
pass.
half. It
Yep.
was, and he did get to his
As
man.
Robbie said, intercept.
Kleiner did get to Dylan Griffey, but by that time
Ball
it
game.
happened.
Now let's take it at
They
halftime.
said
Take it at
that's
half. Take a knee.
yeah,
Take it at
They
halftime.
took a knee. It's over.
Did we score all
First half
21
is
points
done.
in the second
Yes.
quarter?
Yes, we
Yes,
did.
sir.
It was 14-0 at the
Yes,
end of
sir.
first.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
21 unanswered going into halftime.
Wow.
Yep.
And Kim, I think you'll save Scott Chadwick for the second half, maybe, right before the kickoff of the third quarter.
Yeah, I think those coaches are excited to get down
I
in
think
that
so, too.
end zone. They're fired up. They want to talk to the players because, again, the game started. It was just
Yes.
the word I think of is just frenetic. They
Yeah,
were
it
just
was frantic. Frantic playing. Yes.
And then they
Yes.
got a little tense after that touchdown, as you said.
Yes.
Their first 3 possessions, fumble, punt, punt. Next 3 possessions, touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. That's the way to end a half.
And they're changing it up, Robbie, Mark. They're throwing the football. They're looking lively. They're more energetic. They're more loose, if you will.
They're playing. They're
Right.
playing their position. They're playing within their means. As they used to tell us, quit trying too hard.
Yeah.
Quit trying too
Quit
hard.
trying
Quit
too
trying to
hard.
do too much.
You're trying to do
You're
too
exactly
much.
right.
So-
I agree with that.
So what Wesley just said, they're throwing the football, yeah, but the throwing of the football has been set up by the running of the football as well.
Yes.
Clayton in the second quarter decided to balance out their offense, run a little bit, throw a little bit, and everything worked. Everything set up what exactly supposed to
Right.
set up. And the
Right.
thing I
Right.
like most is that, last week we talked about having 39 penalties, or 2 weeks ago. This week we only have 6 so far. We got 3 on each team in the whole first half.
Big difference.
Big difference. Huge difference. Huge difference, right? So you got 6 penalties. You got a couple turnovers, but they were both early. Pretty good football in the last half of the first quarter into the second quarter, folks. So good job by the Comets scoring 21.
If you are watching on our YouTube coverage on CRN, Jackie Posey, we're going to kill the video feed. When we go to commercial break, we'll come back. We need to charge the battery for the second half of the game. So for those that are watching, we'll be back here in just a little bit from Trojan Stadium for the second half. Right now, it is 21-14. But before we hit that button, Mark, Robbie, what's Clayton's coaches saying to them right now, especially Mr. 200, Scott Chadwick, and the rest of the coaching on the team?
Great second quarter. Great second quarter. They changed up their play calling. Misdirection is freezing the linebackers. Offensive line is getting a hat on every man for the most part. Now, they were not doing that in the first quarter, okay?
Yeah.
They've taken the coaching. Now, they've got to go down there, get their rest, relax, regroup, and come out and play the last 2 quarters the way they just did that second quarter.
Robbie, real quick.
Yeah, Mark, you're absolutely right. I think the coaches are saying, hey, great job, guys. Keep the focus, keep the momentum. We've got the momentum. Let's come out, get a stop, go score again, and we'll keep going. So a great job in the second quarter by the Comets.
So for those that are listening on the radio, we still have more commentary. For those that are watching on our CRN YouTube, 21-14, Trojan Stadium at the half. By the way, halftime is presented by Clayton Peanut Company. Mark, Robbie, myself, Wesley. Jackie on the camera, Kim Winslow, All-State Sideline Reporter. We'll be back in about 20 minutes for the start of the third quarter. This is Comets football.